Let's talk here, though, Lee, where the latest thing is the salmon fishing stuff, where the Greenie position is bugger it all, get rid of it all. The common sense position, which is the majority position, which is, hey, it needs to exist, and by that, like any industry, it's allowed to grow. Tonight, the negotiations apparently with the government and the bearded ones are saying, well, maybe just no more, or we might have a review to make sure that there'll be no more. Is salmon about to go the way of the greyhounds?
Look, firstly, this is just an indicator that unfortunately Rockcliffe is bending at the knee because he wants to stay in power with the independents and wooing the Greens to hopefully get the majority of power. Firstly, I just want to say that is disappointing for the Liberals who voted for him, or the voters who voted for prior to the election. He's now doing a backflip basically on everything that they stood by, the values of the party that they thought they were voting for. So I feel sorry for them. I really do. That's not what they voted in for. But then we look at the salmon industry. I know it's a very contentious issue down here in Tasmania. My deepest concern is that they will throw the baby out with the bathwater and lose the salmon and drop the salmon industry, which is going to have a devastating effect. So you've got the greyhounds you've got backing out of the forestry deal, 40,000 hectares down here backing out of the forestry deal, and now you've got the salmon. So how many jobs are potentially on the line? The livelihoods, the rural communities, the remote communities. Now, I do agree that there needs to be some time and effort put into the salmon industry to bridge the gap, understand the myths and bust the myths, and also help the communities involved. So whilst he's saying he wants an independent review and no further expansion on the salmon farming until then, I really hope that it is a genuine independent review with the aim to fix the issues, if there are any issues, and work with the community to create a viable industry moving forward. I hope this independent review isn't just a mask or a charade to shut down the industry, because then we're going to be in a lot of pain down here. Yeah,
look, again, I understand why at this moment in time where everyone's worried about what's going to happen next week, there has to be a line in the sand about what you're willing not to trade away. I know the answer is the Tassie Devils and the stadium. But you may have just had an election, but there'll be another one. There's always another one down the track, and whatever is being traded now is going to be used against them. And also, I'm sorry, those lefty independents, they might back you on Tuesday and then they'll slit your throat on Thursday. All right, in my view, what they are trying to do is try to take a whole bunch of things that one half of Tasmania would naturally defend, take them all slowly off the table, so they slit the throat of that government, and any opposition to them going ahead and doing what they were always planning to do anyway on the left suddenly evaporates. Hence what happened with the greyhounds, as an example, right? Which is, if no one's fighting for them, then no one cares. That's the, to be honest, not 4D chess, tiddlywinks, for those who may remember that game from a long time ago. Or at least it was there when my gran made me play it. Now, Dan, give you an idea here, Daniel, about a bold prediction for the week ahead, my friend. What is definitely happening? What do I write down here and then send to the Governor-General, who will, of course, Instagram about it after we're a welcome to country, but it will become gazetted law?
Well, I'm feeling good because I'm 1 for 1 after my prediction last week that the Crows would get up. So
yeah, that's right.
I'll boldly make another prediction. I'll make another prediction that the Productivity Summit that we're all eagerly awaiting, that will be held in the Great Hall at Parliament House in Canberra, will come up with precisely 0 that will increase productivity. So anyone who's going to that, I hope the scones and jam and tea and coffee are good, because that's all they're going to get out of it.
Yep, you are about as important as a seat filler at the Logies, all right? Lee, a bold prediction from you, my friend.
Dan, I agree with you with the Productivity Commission for starters, but I do think we will be a segue to tax increases. Yes. So we won't get donuts, we will get tax increases. My bold prediction for this week is, I wonder if the stadium in Tasmania might become the next bend at the knee issue to hit the discussion tables to potentially woo the Greens to get the majority of power down here.
To get through one vote of which they will screw them over on. Anyway, this time next week we'll get to see you face to face, mate. Looking forward to it, and seeing everyone else in Hobart. Daniel, look forward to seeing you too.